Hi everyone, I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Here's your political news roundup for Monday, January 13th, 2014. While the so-called Bridgegate controversy continues to swirl around him, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie finds himself in the midst of yet another investigation. The Federal Inspector General's office will look into whether Christie's administration improperly spent millions of dollars of government aid that came to New Jersey in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy. Part of the question involves the use of contracting firms that were not the lowest bidders on post-hurricane work. This all comes as Christie and his administration are being investigated for decisions leading to the closure of access lanes to the George Washington Bridge. Those closures led to massive traffic jams in towns where political opponents of Christie were mayor. The Arizona law that prohibits abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy will remain unenforced. The U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear a state appeal to an appellate court ruling from last May. That court said the Arizona law was unconstitutional. The Supreme Court justices gave no reasons for rejecting their appeal today. Governor Jan Brewer was a supporter of the bill, having signed it into law in 2012. A spokesman for the governor called the Supreme Court decision wrong and an infringement on the authority of states. He said the governor would keep her options on the table. The list of U.S. congressmen and women who will not return after their current term continues to grow. Today, Democratic Congressman George Miller of California announced he'll retire at the end of his current term. Miller is a 40-year veteran who serves the San Francisco area of the Golden State. Analysts say it's not a seat that's likely to be turned over to Republicans, as the district is considered solidly Democratic by enrollment. In his last election, Miller won with more than 69% of the vote. And much of the Arab world considered him a criminal, but in Israel he was thought of as a hero. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon was buried today at his family farm. He died over the weekend at age 85, having spent the last several years in a coma. The U.S. was represented at the memorial service by Vice President Joseph Biden, who eulogized Sharon as putting the security of the Israeli people first and foremost. That's your political news roundup for Monday, January 13th, 2014. I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Stay logged